Hey friends, we're going to try a new activity this month. I thought it would be fun since it's February to make a heart, and we're going to try origami this month. So my heart that I made today is made out of yellow paper because that's what I had at home. You can use plain white paper if that's what you have. You can use notebook paper if that's what you have. If you have construction paper or paper that is colored, you're welcome to use that. You could even draw a picture on one side of a piece of paper and then use your paper that you colored in to use as paper to make your bookmark. But all you'll really need is a piece of paper. You will need a pair of scissors quickly to just cut off some paper, which I'll show you in a minute. And we'll be all set to do our activity for today. So I'm going to go ahead and get a new piece of paper that I can use to show you how I made my bookmark. And I would guess that most of you don't have special origami paper at home that's already in the shape of a square. So I'm going to show you how to do that first. So if you have your regular piece of paper, which is probably a rectangle in shape, we're going to make it a square by taking the bottom of your pieces of paper and we're going to fold it up so that the bottom here of the piece of paper lines up with the side over here. So I'm going to pull up this corner. I'm going to bring it over here to the side. I'm going to try to make sure that the bottom of my paper and the side of the paper line up so that they're pretty even over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and fold this down. Okay, so we have our triangle, which is down here at the bottom. And then there's a rectangle up here at the end. That is extra paper that we don't need. So I'm going to grab my pair of scissors. I'm going to cut that extra bit at the bottom off. All right, so I will take that away. And I am just left with this. And if I open it up, we can see now that it is a square piece of paper. Okay, from here, we are going to fold it in half in both directions. So I'm going to take this first. I'm going to line up both sides so that they're as even as I can get them over here, and then go ahead and fold it. Open it back up. And then I'm going to do the same thing going in the other direction. So I'm going to bring the bottom up to the top. Try to make sure they're lined up there as best you can. And then fold it down and open it back up. Okay, so you should now have a line going up and down through the middle and one going side to side through the middle. Okay, now we're going to go to the top of our square. I'm going to go to the top corner and I want to fold this down to make a triangle by taking the top corner and bringing it to this middle point where my two lines that I folded cross over. Okay, so I'm going to bring this down. I'm going to line it up with the middle and then I'm going to crease it down. Okay, same thing up here. I'm going to take the top. I'm going to bring it down to the middle, make sure it's lined up. And I'm going to crease it down. Then I'm going to come down here to the bottom of my paper and I'm going to take the bottom edge and I'm going to bring it up to that middle fold line right here. Line it up as best you can. And then you can crease this down. Okay. All right, now we're going to take this bottom corner here. We want to take the bottom edge. We're going to fold it so it lines up with the middle here. So I'm going to grab my bottom corner. I'm going to fold up so that the bottom edge here is lined up against my line that I have in the middle. Fold it down. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to take this bottom corner. I'm going to fold it up so that it's up against that line in the middle. And then fold it down. Okay. Then I'm going to take my whole shape and I'm going to flip it over so it's on the other side. I'm going to grab the top and fold it down so that it is even with the bottom. Okay, I should have this sticking up the top from what was behind, and fold that down flat. Okay, we're almost done. We have a couple more steps we need to do. So these two parts I need to fold in so it looks a little bit more like a heart shape. So I'm going to come up here, I'm going to open this up, and I'm just going to push it down so that it makes a triangle. Okay, see the triangle shapes that's right here? I'm going to press that down flat and then fold this back up. Okay, same thing over here. I'm going to push this open with my finger. I'm going to push it down so that it makes a triangle here. And then close it back up. Okay, I'm almost done. I have two more things to do. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is to bring these points in so it's not quite so pointy. All right, so I'm going to take this side here and I'm going to fold it so that the point lines up with this fold line over here. Okay, so I'm going to bring that in, I'm going to line it up. Then you can use your fingernail to kind of push that down. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side here. I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to fold it so it touches that line there. And then I'm going to push it down, fold it down. And then if I turn it over, you can see the heart that you made. And if I grab my book that I had from before, okay, which I borrowed from my daughter so that I would have a book to use to show you how it works. If I want to save a page that I was reading, I can just tuck this right over the page and it'll keep my place as a bookmark. And it was also pretty fun to make. So I hope you enjoyed making your origami bookmark. I would love to see a picture of the bookmark that you made. Even if you weren't totally successful and you had trouble with it, I'd still love to see your attempt. But I'd also love to see a picture of a book that you're reading right now that you might be able to use your bookmark to hold the place for as you read it at home. All right, I hope you had fun, friends. And if we enjoy this activity, I'm hoping to bring another origami activity to the virtual art classroom next month.